Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining my podcast. This is episode 14. So, what we're going to be talking about on this episode is negative self talk. Okay? So, I hope you guys all had an opportunity to take a look at my website, psychicreadingexpert.com. I also have a blog, a shop page, a book that's out that gives relationship advice, and I also have a whole page that recommends some good books for you to read. So on the shop page, I'm putting up a lot of different spiritual products that are going to help you all in your journey. So without further ado, let's get back to the topic, and it's about negative self-talk. Have you ever paid attention to the voice in your head that is, in fact, your worst critic? Yeah, that voice that tells us that we could be better than we are, that voice in our head that compares ourselves constantly to other people, that we should be more like this, less of that. We compare ourselves to others a lot and want to be more like them and less like ourselves. Sometimes the voice in our head tells us we're not lovable and that we have to go through, or we have to change ourselves, or maybe it's even impossible for us to change. Okay, so a lot of negative self-talk. But I am here to tell you that it's perfectly, okay to work on reinventing yourself. It's always a wonderful thing to learn, evolve, and set goals for ourselves, and of course try to reach our goals. But at the end of the day, like I said, there's this negative self-talk, okay? So you have the power to change the negative self-talk. You are the owner of that voice in your head, okay? That happens to us when we are too much in our own mind. And as I've said before in previous podcasts, the mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master, okay? It is our job to instruct our own minds to tell us what we want it to do for us. So you have the ability to say your mind to your mind when it starts giving you all that terrible self-talk. You have the ability to say, hey, you're being a little hard on me, and you need to stop speaking to me that way, and I'd like you to feed my head with more positive sorts of stuff. I would like you to help me or direct me or come up with a plan to help me to reach my goals, or how to self-improve, or whatever the case may be, instead of telling me, how terrible I am compared to this one or that one. Because, when we are born, or children, we go through our school or our parents or whoever trying to mold us and shape us, and we've got to be, this kind of person or whatever. Not that, of course, anybody has any bad intentions. They're just trying to teach us, and that's okay. But they're sending us the message that we need to change, and sometimes on a subliminal message it may sound like criticism, okay? So then here we go, and we start talking to ourselves in that negative way. So, like I said, we need to stop doing that, and we need to start to get a grip on the voice in our head and tell it to tell us things that are more positive, some positive attributes that we actually have, instead of all of this negative stuff. So I wanted to refer a book to you. It's going to be up on my blog. It's a book called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, okay? And that book is going to articulate to you more of what it is that I am talking to you about right now and how important that is. Remember the topic. Stop using the negative self-talk. Stop putting yourself down. As a result of us doing that, it kind of puts us in this whole dream state, okay? And as I had mentioned in a previous podcast, meditation is about having the ability to silence the mind and see things for what they are rather than putting our own spin on stuff, okay? And when we are able to silence our minds and see ourselves for who we are, see our circumstances for what they are, and even others for, what they are, we're able to see more of the truth without, like I said, the ego, which is the negative self-talk, influencing our decisions. Okay? We need to stop allowing all of that to influence our decisions. So the other thing that the mind does to us is we identify, or we find our identity in stuff. Okay? Material things, getting married, reaching the target goals, whatever they may be. And if we don't have all these things at a certain period of time in our lives, then therefore we must be failing. Okay? Well, that isn't true. The most important thing that I want to relay to whoever's listening to this podcast today is that you become happy as a person, that you feel whole as a person. And once you feel happy and whole as a person and are able to see the truth about yourself and are able to get a grip on the messages that your mind sends to you and stop judging yourself so harshly, then, the rest of whatever happens in life, whether it's your soulmate or marriage or certain achievements or success in career, whatever the case may be, these are bonuses to the package, okay? These are nice things to have, things that make you feel secure. But you don't need all this stuff or all of these titles to have an identity, okay? The voice in your head and the ego or the problems are not you as a person. These things that I just mentioned are separate from you. The objective is to get in touch with your true self, your inner self. And once you are able to make that connection, the world is pretty much your oyster from that point on. So I am very happy to serve you. If any one of you would like to have a reading done, please have a look on my website at the list of services I have available to you. I do look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy this holiday weekend. Feel free to contact me at 201-953-0658. Like I said, go through my whole website. There's a lot there for you. I wish you all the best of luck, and I will keep you posted. Please let me know if you enjoyed this podcast. I'd love to hear back from you. Thank you.